Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here with us on this Monday morning, starting off the last full week of February, and it's going to be looks like a pretty decent week. Today's high is going to be 73, and low is going to be 58 today. We're looking at weather brought to us by Drew Potter's company, Gulf Coast Air Conditioning. I want to say we're looking at a good week overall. I looked at a long-term forecast. The winds, the whole month of February, we've just had a lot of wind. It's sort of like a March. Usually February is like a still month. It's sort of cold and it's not moving around much, and a front to come through every now and then. But we just had a lot of wind. I know you've noticed it too. Water temperature is still at 60 degrees at the end of the pier. Take a look at our moon phase, our Monday moon phase. We are waning, and we'll have the half moon Monday. The 23rd be Wednesday, so we had a half moon on Wednesday. Okay, and we're looking at the tide chart brought to us by Kent Forest Lawn. Neat tides today. Just not a lot of movement today, but planning ahead, you're looking on for the weekend, the last 3 or 4 days of the week. The weekend is going to be really strong tides. Our wind, like I said, is going to be in double figures, coming out of south-southeast at about 12 to 13. So one good thing about the wind, it always keeps off the mosquitoes, but it's been a very windy month, and it's going to be interesting to see what March holds as we start looking toward March next week. But let's finish up February first and enjoy as much of it as we can. All right, let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back, and a happy President's Day to all of you viewers out there. I know I don't know about how you feel. The early presidents were just special to me, and of course, every president in America has always, has gotten there, and most of them have been done a really good job. I long for the day when we had the presidents who were outdoorsmen. And of course, I was looking up last night. I just started thinking about outdoor presidents. I wish they would do more of it now. We hadn't had one in a long time. So I started looking things up. Of course, you always think about Teddy Roosevelt. I mean, he's up here, and then of course some others are down here. But Teddy Roosevelt. But I looked up some other presidents that enjoyed some fishing, and you're going to be surprised at who they are. I just want to do a little segment on the American presidents who were outdoorsmen to a certain extent. Let's start with a man, Theodore Roosevelt, the Cowboy Conservationist. I know most of y'all know about him. He was truly an outdoorsman. It went on and on. I've got several things to talk about later on about what he did, but he was a cool conservationist. I looked up the top 5 outdoorsmen, and the next one they showed us that did outdoor stuff. And Gerald Ford, he worked at Yellowstone Park as a ranger. I did not know that, and he enjoyed outdoors, and he right there. He enjoyed the armed guard. He was fed the canyon. He drove the bear feeding trucks. Who knew that they had bear feeding trucks? And how about Jimmy Carter? I knew Jimmy Carter sort of did some stuff outdoors. A fly fisherman, environmental stalwart, and he just how about where did he fish? On the Georgia's Chattahoochee River. And he can cast. They said he could cast a mean line. He would catch some heavy trout, and he also enjoyed paddling in the North Georgia mountains, off this Chattooga. Y'all know all these places. So Jimmy Carter was a little bit of an outdoorsman, which I didn't know he did that much stuff in there. All right, how about Herbert Hoover? And this river's up there. This is a river up there in Virginia, but he fly fished up there in Virginia, and he said right here in the center, right here, Hoover himself famously claimed that there are only 2 occasions when Americans respect privacy, especially in presidents. Those are prayer and fishing. So he was a purist in that. So anyway, I got a kick out of that one too. And then 4 presidents who would have rather been in the woods than the White House. How about George Washington? I didn't know George Washington fished like that. I read about him. This is out of his diary. Check this out. How about 1789 on November the 2nd? Read what he said. Having lines, we proceeded to the fishing banks a little without the harbor and fished for cod. But it not being proper time of the tide, hello, we only caught 2, with which about 1 o'clock we returned to town. How about that? The President of the United States, the first President of the United States, fishing the tide, and he knew the tide was wrong, and they only caught 2 cod. So how important are tides to these guys? This is another one on Teddy Roosevelt as a hunter, a little bit older there. And then how about old President Dwight Eisenhower? He was a passionate one. And here's what his famous quote: there are 3 sports that I like for the same reasons: golf, fishing, and shooting, because they take you into the fields. And they induce you to take it in at one time 2 to 3 hours. So, so that's really true. So President Dwight Eisenhower, oops, I lost him. Let me get back here. Okay, next one I had, this is another one, Jimmy Carter. I didn't know he was a big bird hunter. He fished and he bird hunted. Of course, in Plains, Georgia, had all those quail down there. Okay, and let's go a couple more. This is President Roosevelt's library. This is like a museum, but what does he have in there? He got a pelt here. He got a little mount right. Look at there, a little mount right there. They got up here in top right-hand corner. Got a mount. So I thought that was cool. Some other things too. And of course, here he is right here. We're gonna wrap it up here at Yosemite in 1903. He's the one that he created the U.S. Forest Service. 150 national forests. He created 150 national forests while he was president. 4 national game parks, 5 national parks. Okay, this was right here at Grand Canyon, and did 18 national monuments. President Roosevelt. The Badlands, that's one of his favorite places, the Badlands up there in North Dakota. I'm sorry, South Dakota with the Badlands. And anyways, I just wanted to give a shout out to all the outdoor presidents. And you think about, all that land they preserved way back in those days, and how, over 100 years ago, presidents were already starting to save land for us, the public. And it meant so much to us. I just, our hats off to them. We haven't had a lot of recent presidents doing a lot of outdoor stuff. I think George Bush, he did some fly fishing. I know he did. George Bush, the last one, did some fly fishing down in the Keys. In fact, I talked to a guide through another person that actually took him fly fishing. But anyway, it's just so important, these kind of things. So I'd love to see more the presidents did it. Hope you enjoyed a little segment on President's Day and outdoor presidents. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back. Don't forget this coming weekend, February the 27th or 26th, right here, the Youth Small Game Hunt with Hounds. I mentioned this on the show last week, but this is a cool thing. It really is. If you get up with, put on by Seasons of Hope and Michael Harris, his number 630-8187. You get a chance to take, maybe go up there and take some kids and just be a part of it. It's a really, really good day and also do some skeet shooting in the afternoon. It's just not, and good food and good fellowship. I just want to encourage you to do that if you can. I will not be able to make it this year, and I'm going to try to make it. I try to make it every year. I thoroughly enjoy that special day up there, and it's just a good special day in the outdoors. I wanted to mention, a lot of times speaking of outdoors, we don't really know where we're going to see outdoor stuff, and I'm going to show you like 3 little pictures here. Hawks are just really amazing little birds, and big birds really, and I've always enjoyed hawks. And they're just such strong predators and aggressive, and this time of year, late February, is when they start building their nest, and they'll couple up, usually for a lifetime, but a lot of times they don't, but they work hand in hand, or claw in claw, and building a nest. And also, in Native American culture, the hawk's feathers were considered sacred, and a lot of history on the hawks and everything. But in the parking lot right outside here at Fox 28, the other morning I was out there, and I just looked right here, in the middle of town on 23rd Street. There's a pair of hawks, and I've talked to a guy working across the street, and let me show you the pictures of them here. And this is, I'm in my truck. I just pulled my phone out real quick, and you can see them flying off there. This is right, and I've got better pictures I'm gonna show you later, okay? Look at there. And you can see, and what they were doing, and I talked to the guy across the cliff. I just met a new friend in the outdoors, the cliff. They're remodeling a little place right across the street here. This is around that drainage ditch, and I pulled it up on, I'll show you next segment where this is. But you know, on 23rd Street, but they're living here and making, finding enough food. He said that he actually saw them try to catch a rabbit the other day, and a male and a female trying to get behind them. The rabbit outsmarted them, outran them, but it's really, really cool. And I just wanted, you can find nature almost anywhere, but I really get a kick out of it when they adapt in town, when you see stuff in town and everything, especially, but they're close to water. And that's one of the things that's going to help them a lot. So anyway, I'm sure you have some places like that that you've seen that are really cool stuff. Especially, you know, the state parks. The state parks are full of those kind of things. I mention that almost on a daily basis, state parks. So go ahead and start planning to do some state park trips as far as, you know, going somewhere, some cool places and all. And hiking and just taking that. This is, like I said, I saw the hawks. I was reaching out, got the phone, and just started boom, 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 started taking pictures. And I you know, you don't do quite as good as you do when you're not rushed like that. But Cliff, my new friend from up there, Esto, he's going to send me some video of the hawks going after the rabbit and all. Okay. Now next I want to talk about, I got state parks. Another thing, I was talking to Billy Grantham the other day, and he was out in the woods. I said, "What in the world are you doing out in the woods?" Which I was glad he was out there, and he was just walking around in the woods. And he says, actually, just sort of walking around the woods and looking for sheds. And you know, hunting season is now officially over in this area, so you can go out in the woods and don't worry about getting shot. I wouldn't really worry about it anyway, but you can sort of go out and start looking for sheds and start looking for signs and all that. But we plan on doing that soon. You know, they'll start shedding probably another. There might be some out there earlier, but it might be a little bit in a couple more weeks before they really start shedding heavy. And I'll give you the exact date in the Panhandle about when they're shedding. Now, we're always talking about, you know, capturing those outdoor moments and you know, and trying to preserve them and just put them in a little segment and all. And I know a lot of y'all have a lot of pictures and all back in the day, but with the way the phone camera is now, you can really take some really good ones. And you know, a lot of people now are just putting them together in little 2 and 3 minute segments and just tell a story. And we've put some together ourselves. Gail's really good at it. But I want to share this one with you. This is Bill Shields. He's got one. It's like 2 minutes and 50 seconds. It starts off like with his dad and all, and you know, their legacy on the, you know, down around Howard Creek and the catfishing and fishing. It shows how the fishing going through generation after generation with their family, and it's almost a little 3 minute video. So we're gonna watch this little video and maybe give you an idea on doing some things yourself and all. But Bill Shields, okay? So Jeff, let's roll with this. All right, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that. That's some good stuff there, Bill. Thanks for sharing. Let's take a look at our fishing game times today, brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. How about 2:33 to 4:33 this morning, this afternoon, 2:57 to 4:57. Getting back to the hawk story right I did before the video, talking about location. Okay, I'm going to show you on Google Earth where these, I'm going to show you where these hawks are. And this was, okay, so here on this picture right here, you see this is Panama City, okay? Panama City. I'm going to keep everything in the center. So we're going to just start zooming in. I'll keep it right down here in the center. See this red roof building right there at the bottom? That's 23rd Street, sort of at the bottom. See the red roof buildings right there? That's Fox 28, sort of in the center. Now the key to it is this is a drainage ditch. See that? That's a drainage ditch. The hawks I'm talking about are right in these trees, right in here. So this is their habitat. This is all they have to catch their food on. They can't go over across the street to Five Guys and a burger and places like that. This is where they have to eat. So, but that water right there and a little bit of woods in here. And there, but anyway, I just wanted to share that with you. And again, it's just amazing how they can do these kind of things and all. We're talking about a team effort in putting together, talking about Fox 28, and what a great group of folks we have here, and how helpful everybody is. And the other day we actually have changed rooms. We're actually in a different room than we were right across the hall a while ago. For several, how many years were there, Jeff? Quite a bit. So anyway, we got this room here. And you can't tell much difference, but when we were doing it, we had everybody sort of helped out, everybody pitched in. I'll show you some of the staff here. There's Jeff hanging, you see, look here, Jeff hanging up. Okay, there's Donna, and she's the one who got a tablecloth. She's the one you pick up your stuff from. And there, okay, so there we go, right there. Okay, and then good group right there. And here's Shauna on the camera. Shauna's zooming in on everybody, making sure she's the general manager here. And there, you see in the picture there, I'm taking a picture of Donna, taking a picture of us. So we've got a good group here, and it's just been a team effort. So I appreciate everyone here, and Jeff does so much hard work, and Gail. So we got this great team effort. It's not a Winston Chester show. It's a group of folks putting it on. So we always appreciate the feedback y'all give us. One of the things going on in the springtime, we're talking about turkey hunting is coming up, and we'll have some pictures here. Right now, the turkeys are what we call flocking. I'm going to show you a picture. Okay, this is here in the Florida Panhandle. That's all I'm going to say about it. I'm going to zoom in on it. Okay, this is same game camera, but look at, they're all flocked up. Okay, so you see what they're doing. They're feeding, and this is a group of about 15. So what's going on with them? Okay, what's going on with them now? With them flocking, they're all sort of together, feeding and all. Now what's going to happen, the gobbler is going to start getting away from the flock, and the flock's going to start dispersing a little bit. And then the gobbler, this spring, and within another month, the gobbler is going to start calling for the hen, okay? And that's a process of what's going on. A lot of people are talking about spring turkey hunting and trying to get the big gobblers and all. And that's it. They're all sort of together now, just eating and foraging and finding food. A lot of turkey hunters now have them well scouted out. They already know about where the flocks are, and they already know about where they're going to be putting their blind and getting all set up. And it's funny, turkey hunters will go to different areas and to do that, but a lot of them sort of have their sort of home territory, what they're familiar with. And the biggest challenge nowadays with turkey hunters is, right, you know, you got your turkeys here, but somebody might be over there calling them. Somebody might be over there calling them, and a lot of times you don't know if it's another person calling or if it's a real gobbler answering to you. So that's some of the challenges facing our turkey hunters. So anyway, I just thought you would appreciate that information on it. Got to start wrapping up. I've covered most of the stuff. We trying to bring you some really good stuff every morning. Is sometimes a challenge to put on out of 260 shows a year. Sometimes it's a challenge to come up with interesting stuff. That's why we like to have special guests and interesting folks coming on and sharing different things with us. So anytime you're having great pictures, great stories, send them to us and we'll share them. And you know what we like is real people doing real things here in the Florida Panhandle. It's always a special place. Gonna wrap it up. You're getting ready for a big weekend outdoors. Like I say, neap tides today, great tides coming up by the weekend. Y'all have a great day today. Do something good for your fellow man. Enjoy our beautiful outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.